Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and I won my very first game of Fireteam Elimination, which I thought was pretty impressive, but at the same time I was thinking to myself, did the skill-based matchmaking gods just bless me with an easier lobby and good teammates? Like, cause every time I play a Fireteam game mode, my teammates suck. I cannot express that enough, you guys. My teammates will always suck when I play Call of Duty, especially when it comes to the Fireteam game mode. It's ridiculous, but I got pretty lucky my first game on, and my teammates definitely seemed like they knew what they were doing, and we were able to win the match, which I thought was awesome. It was a great experience, a great first impression. However, all the other games afterwards, I didn't do so well, and we'll get into why I didn't do so well and why it was a little irritating the way my team got wiped out. And so, anyway, if you guys don't know, this game mode is essentially a small-scale battle royale in Black Ops Cold War's multiplayer, and it takes place on the Fireteam maps. The Fireteam maps themselves are basically exactly the same. There's nothing really different to them. They're not bigger or anything like that. So these matches do go by a lot faster than if you were playing Warzone, for example. And of course, there isn't that much detail to like different things you can do in this kind of battle royale experience compared to Warzone either. So it's very self-explanatory. It's very easy to understand. You know, you drop in, you have 5 tickets available, each ticket representing a different life. So if you die, you can use up another ticket to actually respawn, and of course everybody respawns at the same time. It's pretty similar to the Resurgence game mode that we see in Warzone or maybe Alcatraz Portals, except you do have a limited amount of times of how many times you can respawn essentially. And I'm not sure if there is a limit on, like a time limit on when you can't use those tickets anymore. Like if you get closer to the end of the match where all the radiation is closing in, I don't know if you can still respawn. I feel like I saw somebody respawn pretty late in the match, and so maybe those tickets actually last the whole time. Not entirely sure about that, but either way, you do get respawns and you only get 5 tickets, so 5 respawns I think seems pretty fair to me. And of course, when you drop into the map, you do start with a weapon. Everybody has the same starting weapon. At first, my first game on, I actually had the Garrison pistol, which of course is that burst pistol, and then all the other matches I actually dropped in with an MP5 or another SMG. So you're not always going to be using a pistol when you drop into the match. You can actually drop in with an SMG, which I guess is fair enough. And then of course there are loot boxes around the map, and instead of course being those radiation blocks like on Fireteam Dirty Bomb, instead it's like weapon variants and guns that have attachments on them, and of course armor plates, so that way you have more health, and kill streaks even, which are a little annoying, which I'll definitely talk about that closer to the end of the video. However, I did actually enjoy this experience, especially that first game on. It definitely gave me a good impression, and I definitely think this is one of those game modes where it'll be a lot more fun playing with friends. Obviously, playing with friends in any video game, you're going to have a much more fun experience than just playing by yourself, and Fireteam is definitely one of those game modes where you have to be playing with friends if you actually want to really win, and of course, I guess enjoy it a little bit more, because having just random teammates and not having mics plugged in is really annoying. Like I always try to ping where enemies are at. I always try to ping if there's like a self-res that they can grab and stuff like that. And luckily in my first match, it seemed like the teammates I had who didn't have their mics plugged in, they actually were pinging areas and were doing pretty good commuting using in-game systems, which I really was really appreciative of, because most people don't do that at all. But getting back into how Fireteam Elimination actually works, everyone drops out the plane, land basically wherever you want, start looting up, getting some armor plates, get self-reses, try and find some kill streaks that'll help you win gunfights more, and yeah, just wait for the radiation to close in, and just wait until the helicopter comes in at the end, where you can exfil or of course eliminate the rest of the enemy players. And that's pretty much how you get first place in this game mode. You either eliminate everybody else, or you can choose to actually have your team exfil on a chopper and of course win the match, which is pretty difficult because, you know, the helicopter is always going to be in a location where you're going to be wide open and you have to stay in that one spot, so you're basically like a sitting duck at that point, and it's very difficult to actually exfil on the chopper. It definitely reminds me of the power grab game mode, which I believe this game mode came out the same time as that game mode for Warzone, which, by the way, power grab was a very fun game mode in Warzone. I would argue that it's the best limited time game mode we've ever had in Warzone, and partially the reason for that being is because there wasn't any loadouts. You couldn't call in a loadout, and so all the weapons were ground loot, or basically these weapon drops that you can get for collecting tags. So everyone had like the same guns in power grab, and of course at the very end you can choose to exfil on the chopper or kill all the enemy multiplayer. So very similar to that if you guys have experience with power grab. And so the same thing is said here with Fireteam Elimination, except there's no dog tags you can collect. There's no rewards you can actually get for like getting more dog tags and stuff like that. That's not the case. It's really just survive and just loot and find a decent weapon to use to win gunfights. And so I definitely think this game mode has potential. They probably will not update it to make it even better. I know Treyarch noticed the overwhelming amount of support for this game mode when it first came out, because a lot of people were very happy how similar feeling it was to Blackout. And, you know, Blackout, of course, was, you know, Treyarch's first Battle Royale experience, making their own Battle Royale game back in Black Ops 4. And Blackout was a lot of fun. And so this was a pretty good continuation off of Blackout, except it's not really a full-scale Battle Royale. You know, it's very small-scaled maps. You know, the matches don't last very long. There's not really much to do. But if you are bored and you really just don't feel like grinding camos or completing challenges in multiplayer, I think this is a good mode to actually play and just try something different, especially if you're playing with 3 other friends. I definitely recommend it. But yeah, I definitely can see myself playing this a little bit more, just trying to like just play something on Black Ops Cold War and still level up, but not actually have to like really focus on getting camo challenges done or anything like that, because right, you can't use a created class in this game. Everything is all like loot based and you have to like find weapons yourself. And before we end off the video, there is one complaint I have about this game mode, and that is the kill streak. So of course kill streaks can be found in loot boxes. You can pretty much get any score streak in the game from my understanding. You can get a war machine, you can get a hand cannon, you can get bow and arrow, like, you know, you can basically get everything. You can get UAV even. I've seen some enemies calling UAVs, which will be very beneficial if you guys get a UAV, because then you have a really good idea where everybody is around you. So because since there's no perks in the game, from my understanding, there's no perks you can get, so everyone doesn't have ghost on, so having a UAV is like really beneficial. But either way, using the type of kill streaks like the war machine or the hand cannon can be really annoying. You know, like I'll be getting into gunfights. Like there was a really good example where I found this, I pretty much got the jump on this enemy and I weakened him really bad. He was like maybe 1 or 2 shots from death. You know, he had no armor and I was so close to killing him, and I was starting to push him and stuff like that. But the only reason why I didn't down him in the first place is because he got behind this tree and I wasn't able to kill him. But anyway, he goes behind the tree and he comes out with a war machine and kills me in 1 shot when I have like full armor and everything and he's at low health. It's like, really, I should have won that gunfight. But the fact that he found a war machine earlier and just blew me up with it in 1 shot was just really upsetting, because it's like that didn't require any skill at all. Like he just got lucky that he had a war machine with him. Same thing can be said with the hand cannon. I've died from that as well, and I'm just like, did I just get sniped? And then I watched the kill cam. I'm like, holy crap, this guy had a hand cannon. And so I will admit the score streaks in this can make it really unfair, because, you know, in Warzone we do have score streaks, but in that game at least you have to earn money to actually go to the buy station and buy them for yourself, you know, whereas here it's all luck and based on whatever you get out of those loot boxes. So I will admit the score streak system can be a little bit annoying, but it's also really fun once you find them. You know, it'll be a lot easier to get those squad wipes using that war machine if they're just camping inside a building. And so yeah, I don't know, I guess it can go either way. It's kind of the same with specialists back in Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 3. You know, it's really annoying to die from specialist weapons, but it's also really fun using them. So it's basically the same deal there. But either way, I think this is a great game mode. I will have to try and convince my friends to actually play it, assuming they haven't like just deleted this game already. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for Season 5 content of Black Ops Cold War and Warzone. So make sure you are subscribed and you turn on notifications to see videos on the new content coming to this game this week. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, leave a like, subscribe, and I shall catch you guys later.